Okay, so today's topic then is going to be valence. Today's topic is going to be a valence bond theory. Today's topic is going to be a valence bond theory. Okay, but before I discuss this theory, so we should know how to write down the electronic configuration of transition elements. Why transition elements? Because what we have seen, okay, so we have seen we have written so many examples of coordination compounds, right? And in all those compounds, the central metal atom or ion, okay, the transition elements, they act as a central metal atom or ion. Okay, so in the coordination compound, the transition elements, they act as a central metal atom or ion. So there is a reason for it, which we are going to study in the D block segment. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start off with the method of remembering, easy way to remember, easy way to write down the electronic configuration of the central metal atom or ion. Okay, which is of course connected directly to a valence bond theory. Okay, okay. So let us see. So what are the transition elements? Right? The transition elements. Okay, the first transition element starts with scandium, like this. Scandium, yes. We have titanium, we have vanadium, chromium, we have manganese. Then what else? After manganese, iron. After iron, we have cobalt. Then we have nickel. Then we have copper. Then we have zinc. Okay, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. So these are the members of the first transition series. Okay. Now, if I write down the atomic number, so let me write down the atomic number of this transition elements. So the first transition element, it has an atomic number of 21 and so on. 22, 23, 24. So you should remember this. This should be in your fingertips. So if I say iron, okay, it should have an atomic number of 26. You should remember this. Bas. Okay, so scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. So these are the atomic numbers. So if I ask you to write down the electronic configuration of scandium 21, how are you going to write down? I'm going to write down in this way: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, and 3d1. So total electrons are 21. Okay, but just look at this part. Just look at this part. How many electrons are there? There are altogether 18 electrons. 18, 19, 20, and 21. 18 means the one which is inside the bracket. This is the electronic configuration of which noble gas? This is the electronic configuration of argon. This is the electronic configuration of argon. So the inner core of the first transition element, it has an electronic configuration of argon. So I can write this electronic configuration as argon, 4s2 and 3d1. So the inner core configuration resembles that of your argon. Okay, the inner electronic configuration resembles that of argon. So I'm not going to write down the whole thing. I'm just going to write down this outermost configuration. So I'm going to here write down the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. I'm going to write down the electronic configuration. Just the outermost. So इसका क्या लिखूंगा मैं स्कैंडिनियम का 3d1. Okay, then 4s2. Yes, titanium, I'm going to write down 3d2, 4s2. Okay, one electron more means that extra electron will go to 3d2. Vanadium ka 3d3, 4s2. Yes, what about chromium? What about chromium? Anyone?
PD54S1.
Yes, very good. Chromium and copper, they have exceptional electronic configuration. Okay, so chromium has an electronic configuration of 3d5 4s1, extra stability of half-filled orbitals, extra stability of half-filled orbitals, 3d5 4s1. So manganese 3d5 4s2. Okay, iron 3d6 4s2. Cobalt 3d7 4s2. Nickel 3d8 4s2. Copper yes 3d10 4s1, and zinc 3d10 4s2. So these are the electronic configurations of the atoms. Right? So this atomic number 21 is 3d1. This atomic number 22 it's 3d2. This atomic number 23 it's 3d3. Only chromium and copper has an exception. Right? Okay, iron atomic number 26, so 3d6. Nickel atomic number 28, so 3d8 4s2. Now, what if I write down the electronic configuration of di-positive ions? Di-positive ions means how many electrons needs to be removed from these atoms? If you are asked to write down the configuration of di-positive ions, how many electron needs to be removed? Di-positive means कितने electron remove करना है हम लोग?
2. 2.
2. From where will you remove? From the inner or the outermost shell?
Outermost.
Outermost. And which is the outermost shell out here? Which is the outermost shell? 4s. Outermost shell is 4s. Okay, so yes, after removing 2 electrons, the electronic configuration of scandium dipositive will be 3d1. Titanium dipositive, it will be 3d2. Okay, vanadium dipositive will be 3d3. Now, chromium dipositive, 1 electron from 4s, the other 1 electron from 3d. So it will have a configuration of 3d4. Okay, manganese dipositive, 2 electrons from here. So we have 3d5. Then we have 3d6. Then we have 3d7. We have 3d8. Okay, so we have 3d9 and 3d10. So it's so easy to remember. देखो, dipositive का. जैसे iron का 26, so iron dipositive 3d6. Nickel का 28, so nickel dipositive 3d8. Chromium का 24, chromium dipositive 3d4. Scandium का 21, so scandium dipositive 3d1. Okay, so manganese का 25, manganese dipositive 3d5. So now this should be in your fingertips. This should be in your fingers. Now, if I know the atomic number of iron, say iron atomic number 26. So yes, iron dipositive. Yes, I'll immediately write down 3d6. 26 3d6. So iron tripositive का क्या होगा? Iron tripositive का again 1 electron less, so it will be 3d5. So if I know the atomic number, the configuration of dipositive ions can be easily written down. And if the configuration of dipositive ions are known, tripositive ka it's too easy. Okay. So the first step is that these needs to be remembered. This needs to be remembered. Remembered means this should be in your fingertips. Otherwise, this valence bond theory will be having some problems out here. Okay. Okay. So we'll study this. Do study this. So just 10 elements are there. Okay. Now let us discuss some of the postulates of your valence bond theory. What does valence bond theory state? Okay, what information does it give us? Okay, what are the things we learn from your valence bond theory? What are the things which we can predict from your valence bond theory? So this theory, in fact, is very, very, very interesting. Okay, so we'll be learning lots of new things from here. So let us see. So what are the main postulates? First, let us study that. Okay, so you don't need to memorize these postulates. Right? Exam mein kabhi nahi aayega, write down the postulates. Okay. So what are the main postulates of valence bond theory? So number one postulate of valence bond theory, it states that the central metal atom or ion, the central metal atom or ion. Okay, the central metal atom or ion, it makes available a number of, it makes available, यहाँ पर एक significance है word, it makes available a number of vacant orbitals. How many vacant orbital? Okay, equal to the coordination number, of your central metal atom or ion. Okay, so here two words, I'll just underline it. The central metal atom or ion, it will make available. If it is already available, no issues. But if it is not available, then it makes available a number of vacant orbitals. How many vacant orbitals? Equal to the coordination number of the central metal atom or ion. So if the coordination number is 6, how many vacant orbitals must be required? How many vacant orbitals are required? 6. If the coordination number is 4, 4 vacant orbitals are required. Got it? Now what happens to this vacant orbital now? Okay, so number 2, it states that, so I'll explain this one by one, don't worry. I'll explain this one by one in details. Okay, so number 2, the vacant orbitals, okay, what do they mix together, and that is known as a hybridization. The vacant orbitals then undergo hybridization. Okay, so they mix. Hybridization means mixing of orbitals to give a new set of orbitals known as a hybrid orbitals. So how many hybrid orbitals will be formed? Again, equal to the coordination number. So here I would like to mention one thing. Okay, I like to mention this thing. So if the hybridization is sp3, then the coordination entity or the compound, okay, will have a shape of what? sp3 होने से क्या shape होगा? Yes, sp3 होने से what is the shape? Tetrahedral. Excellent. It will have a tetrahedral shape. It will assume a tetrahedral shape. So this shape हम लोग discuss करेंगे. It depends upon the hybridization. Right? Now, yeah, how many orbitals are involved in the hybridization? 1s and 3p, means total of 4 orbitals are involved. Right? 1s and 3p. What are the 3p orbitals? px, py, and pz. These are involved in hybridization. Okay. So other it can be dsp2 hybridization. So when the hybridization is dsp2, the shape becomes here square planar. It becomes here square planar. Got it? Now, if the hybridization is sp3d2, or it can be d2sp3. So we'll discuss all this. When will it be sp3d2? When will it be d2sp3? Then the geometry becomes octahedral. Okay. Now, when it is sp3d or dsp3, Okay, so why am I writing this first? Because these are the common geometries, these are the common hybridization, which we'll study in our syllabus. But it can have a sp3d or dsp3, then it will acquire a trigonal bipyramidal geometry. It will have a trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Okay, so yes, vacant orbitals, they undergo hybridization to give a set of hybrid orbitals equal to the coordination number. So after the hybrid orbitals are available, what will happen? After that, what will happen? So as expected, after that, okay, after that, what will happen? The ligands then what will happen? Then donates. The ligands will then donates electron pair to the hybrid orbital, leading to the formation of a coordinate bond. Okay, so hybrid orbital is available. So ligand will now donate electron to the hybrid orbital. Don't worry, you'll understand each and every word of this. You'll understand each and every word. Okay, first write it down. Now shape, we know it is determined by the hybridization. Now I'll give you a series known as a spectrochemical series. Spectrochemical series. First, you just write it down. Its significance, I'll explain it later. You won't be able to understand right now. Okay, you won't be able to understand right now. I'll explain it later on. I'll explain it later. You just write it down. For the time being, you just write it down. So spectrochemical series. So you just write it down. So first write down CO, carbon monoxide greater than CN, cyanide, greater than nitrite, greater than ethylene diamine. EN stands for ethylene diamine, greater than ammonia. Okay, greater than ammonia, greater than EDTA, greater than isocyanate, like this. Fine. Now just this, below this I'll be writing water. Then oxalator, then hydroxide, then fluoride, then nitrite, nitrate, NO3 negative. Okay, then chloride, bromide, iodide. Chloride, bromide, iodide. So you write it down. Okay, we'll be studying the significance of this later on. Now just remember the ligands. Okay, the ligands to the left of water, all these ligands, these comes under the category of strong ligands. This comes under the category of strong ligands, like this. And water and all the ligands to the right of water, this comes under what category? This comes under a weak ligand. Okay, so I'll just explain you what is strong and weak ligand later on. Okay, for the time being, you write down strong ligands. So just remember, strong ligands में क्या क्या आएगा? CN negative, CO, ethylene diamine, ammonia. Just this 1, 2, 3, and 4 or 4. And weak ligand में क्या क्या आएगा? Just remember all the halides. You don't need to remember the order. Order छोड़ दो. For the board exam, order is not required. Just remember all the halides comes under weak ligand, and water and hydroxide comes under weak ligand. Bus. Hydroxide, water, and all the halides comes under weak ligand. You don't need to remember this order. Don't worry. ये order याद नहीं करना है हम लोग. We don't need to remember the order. Now, after we write down this, just remember to note down two things. Yeah, strong ligands causes pairing up of electrons, and weak ligands do not cause pairing up of electron. Okay, so yeah, strong ligands means this. It causes pairing up of electron. It causes pairing, and weak ligands do not cause pairing up of electrons. Okay, now it seems quite confusing at this moment. क्या लिखा है sir ने? What has sir written? What is this all about? Valence bond theory. So remember, we are studying the postulates of valence bond theory, right? Now, using these postulates, now we'll go into details. What are the things which we can predict from this valence bond theory? Valence bond theory से हम लोग क्या predict कर सकते हैं coordination compounds का? What are the things we have written it down? Okay, so there are so many things which we can predict. And trust me, one question sure shot from this valence bond theory. One question is going to come in. Okay, so let us now straight away, without wasting much time, let us straight away move towards the type of question answer. So what are you going to remember? You just remember the spectrochemical series. You just remember the spectrochemical series. How are you going to remember? Okay, will you study the order? Will you memorize the order? No. Just remember strong ligand में क्या क्या आएगा, weak ligand में क्या क्या आएगा. Especially water, halides, OH negative, weak ligand. Okay, cyanide, SCO, strong ligand, ammonia, strong ligand. We need to just remember that much. Okay. Okay. Now let us see. So let me just select some examples. Let me just select some examples. Okay. So now listen very, 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 very carefully. First listen, then I'll give you time to copy. FeH2O whole 6 tri-positive. So this is the complex which are given. This is the complex which are given. Fine. Now, first of all, you tell me, what is the oxidation state of iron? What is the oxidation state of iron? Iron is present in which oxidation state? Water is a neutral ligand. Water का oxidation state 0 है. And the sum of oxidation number should be equal to +3. So yes, iron, it is in +3 oxidation state. Now, what was the atomic number of iron, guys? What was the atomic number of iron? Dekho table.
26.
What was the atomic number? 26.
6.
Yes. So iron dipositive का configuration क्या होगा? 26 का dipositive का क्या? 3D?
3d6.
3d6. Yes, 26 का 3d6. लेकिन यहाँ पर tripositive है. Dipositive का 3d6 मतलब tripositive मतलब और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन कम. Fe dipositive का 3d6. So Fe tripositive का कितना होना चाहिए?
3d5.
3d5. बस देखो, it's required ना. Fe tripositive का it will be 3d5. It will be 3d5. Iron dipositive का 3d5. What is the coordination number? What is the coordination number of iron?
6.
6. Coordination number will be 6. The coordination number will be 6. Okay, so yes, now we know iron, we have iron, tripositive. Now, how many d orbitals are there? We have a set of 5 d orbitals. we have a set of 5 d orbitals like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, remember the 5d orbitals. कौन सा है 5d orbital? dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. Remember, class 11 में किया था. There are 5d orbitals. There are 3 p orbitals, px, py, pz. There is only one s orbital. Okay, so we have 3d5 out here. And how are the orbitals filled up? Pauli's exclusion principle or off-bow principle. How are the orbitals filled up? Will pairing occur, or will according to Hund's rule, what does Hund's rule state? The orbitals will first be occupied singly. It's not that the 5 electrons will be paired up like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nahi hoga. First the orbitals will be filled up singly, only then pairing will occur. So how are the 5 electrons? How do these 5 electrons occupy this 5d orbital? Singly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5d electrons occupy the 5d orbitals singly like this. They occupy the orbital singly. Okay. Now after 3d, which orbital do we have? Which orbital do we have after 3d? Which orbital will come in energy level? कौन सा orbital आएगा? Yes? कौन सा आएगा 3d के बाद में? 4s. 4s के बाद में क्या आएगा? After 4s what will come? I'll just draw. After 4s what will come? इसके बाद में क्या आएगा? 4p. And 4p के बाद में क्या आएगा फिर? Yes, 4p के बाद में again we have a set of 5 4d orbitals. Okay. Now, what type of ligand is water? What type of ligand is water? Is it a strong or a weak ligand? Yes. Water कौन सा ligand है? Strong or weak?
Weak.
Weak. Will it cause pairing of electron? No. What have you written? No. So you must be wondering, why am I telling pairing? Kyun? Because according to valence bond theory, the central metal atom or ion, it should make available a number of vacant orbitals equal to the coordination number. So coordination number 6 means 6 vacant orbitals must be provided by the central metal atom. And water, we have seen it's a weak ligand, so these electrons, they do not pair up. So there is no question of pairing up of this electron. So what are the what are the 6 vacant orbitals then? What are the 6 vacant orbitals? कौन सा है 6 vacant orbital then? ये तो vacant नहीं है, ये तो occupied है. Pairing भी नहीं होगा क्योंकि water weak ligand है. So what are the 6 vacant orbitals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, according to the second postulate, these 6 vacant orbitals then undergoes hybridization. They undergo mixing. So what is this hybridization known as? कौन सा orbital mix हो रहा है? S. How many P? 3. And how many D? 2. So it undergoes sp3 hybridization. Got it? क्यों 6? Coordination number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. These 6 orbitals, they mix up. Okay, and the hybridization is known as sp3 क्योंकि p3 है 2 ही d लगेगा d2. Now, a set of 6 hybrid orbitals will be formed. कितना hybrid orbital form होगा यहाँ पर? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 vacant hybrid orbitals. Now what have we written in the last part? These water will act as a ligand, and these water will now donate electron pair to the vacant orbital like this. Water will now donate electrons like this. Okay, resulting in the formation of a coordinate bond like this. Okay, so what is the purpose of making available vacant orbital? The purpose of making available the vacant orbital is that they undergo hybridization, and after hybrid orbitals are formed, what will the ligands do? the ligands will now start donating electron to the vacant orbitals, resulting in the formation of a coordinate bond. Resulting in the formation of a coordinate bond like this. Okay, so the ligands will now start donating electron. Now, listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Now, what are you going to write down? Actually, no need to show this. I'm showing this in order to make you understand. Okay. Now, what are the characteristics of this complex? Now, what are the characteristics of this complex? So, let us start writing down the characteristics of this complex. Characteristics. Okay. So, number one characteristic, hybridization. What is the hybridization? Yes. sp3d2. Now remember, which d orbitals are involved? There are 4d, bahar hai, outer, and there are 3d, inner d, and there is outer da. Which d orbitals are involved in hybridization? The outer d or the inner d? Tell me. Which d orbitals are involved in hybridization? The outer d or the inner d?
Outer D.
Outer d. Inner d to khali nahi hai. Only the vacant orbitals they undergo mixing. ये तो खाली नहीं है. So outer d orbitals are involved. That is why this complex is known as a outer orbital complex. What do you mean by an outer orbital complex? Since the outer d orbitals are involved in hybridization, this complex is known as a outer orbital complex. Got it? If the inner d orbital is involved, it will be known as inner orbital complex. Now, what is the geometry? Tell me, sp3d2 होने से क्या होगा? Geometry लिखा है 6 coordination number 6. What is the geometry? Coordination
Octahedral.
octahedral. Yes, very good. You guys are able to understand now. Octahedral. Okay, now if I just discuss the magnetic behavior, right? Magnetic behavior. Magnetic behavior is we have studied in class 11. If there are unpaired electrons like this, the complex is known to exhibit paramagnetic behavior. Paramagnetic behavior arises due to presence of unpaired electrons. However, if all the electrons were paired up, the complex will be known as what? Diamagnetic. Okay, so here there are 5 unpaired electrons like this. So this complex is paramagnetic. It is paramagnetic. Got it? How does paramagnetism arises? It arises due to presence. एक भी unpaired electron है तो इसको हम लोग paramagnetic बोलेंगे. Now, and the magnetic moment, okay, magnetic moment, mu formula is equal to root over n plus 2 unit will be Bohr magneton Bm, where n is the number of unpaired electrons, where n is the number of unpaired electron. How many unpaired electrons are there in the complex? Yes, ma'am. How many unpaired electrons are there? How many unpaired electrons are there? दिख रहा है? How many unpaired electrons? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unpaired electron है. या तो electron सब paired है. Okay, so 5 unpaired electrons. देखो. If there is one unpaired electron, what is the magnetic moment? Calculate करो तो. N is the number of unpaired electrons. अगर एक unpaired electron है तो magnetic moment क्या होगा? Root over 1, 1 plus 2, that is root over of 3. What is the value of root over of 3? कितना है root over of 3 का value?
1.732.
1.732. Very good. So mu equals to 1.73. Now if there are 2 unpaired electron, कितना आएगा? Root over 2 plus 2, 4, 4 to z. Root over 8 कितना आएगा? चलो कैलकुलेटर में करो. Root over 8 कितना आएगा? Root over 8. What is the value of root over 8? Yes, yes.
2.82.
2.82. Number of unpaired electron 3. 3 होने से 3 plus 2 5. 5 3s are 15. Root over 15. Root over 15. 3.8 or 3.78. Calculator में करो, calculator में. Don't waste time.
3.87.
3.87. Thank you. If unpaired electron is 4, then n का value 4 होने से 4 plus 2 6. 6 for the 24. Root over 24 कितना आएगा? 4 point. How much?
4.89.
4.89. चलो. And if the unpaired electron is 5, 5 होने से 5 plus 2 7. 7 5 is 35. 5 point how much?
91.
5.91. Thank you. So what are you seeing out here? If the number of unpaired electron is 1, magnetic moment will be 1 point something. If the number of unpaired electron is 2, it will be 2 point something. Unpaired electron 3 होने से 3 point something. Unpaired electron 4 होने से 4 point something. Unpaired electron 5 होने से 5 point something. So from the magnetic moment values, we can easily predict the number of unpaired electrons. If the magnetic moment is 4 point something, we can definitely say there are 4 unpaired electrons. If the magnetic moment is 3 point something, we can definitely say the number of unpaired electrons is 3. So in this case, what is the value of magnetic moment? How many unpaired electrons are there? 5. So it will be 5.9. Unit is BM, stands for Bohr magneton. BM stands for Bohr magneton. So these are the characteristic features which we can predict. These are the characteristic features which we can predict. Okay. And okay, so one more thing. This part अब तुम लोग खुद कर पाओगे. देखो, you can do it on your own. Now see. अच्छा, listen very carefully and give me the answer. Eh? Suppose there are 5 orbitals like this, d orbitals. Fine. So there are 5 unpaired electrons like this, aligned in this way. What is the spin magnetic moment? What is the value of spin magnetic moment? They are all aligned in the same direction, so it will be plus half. Not plus half or minus half होगा. इसका plus half, इसका plus half, इसका plus half, इसका plus half. So what is the total spin magnetic moment then? Total spin कितना होगा? Half plus half plus half plus half plus half. So it will be S equal to 5/2. Total spin. However, now if all the electrons were paired up, second, so एक electron का कितना होगा? Plus half. दूसरा electron का कितना होगा? Minus half. What is the total spin? 0. इसका plus half minus half 0, plus half minus half 0, plus half minus half 0, plus half minus half 0. That means when the electrons are paired up, when the electron gets paired up, the spin magnetic moment reduces, it decreases. So it is known as a low spin complex. However, when there are unpaired electrons like this, if there are large number of unpaired electrons, okay, the magnetic moment value does not decrease and it is known as a high spin complex. यहाँ पर electron pairing हो रहा है. Are the electrons getting paired up? No. Since no electrons are getting paired up, this complex will be known as a high spin complex. When will it be known as low spin complex? When electrons get paired up like this, it will be known as low spin complex. So these are the characteristic features of this particular compound, of this particular coordination compound. Okay, so these are the characteristic features. So remember, high spin matlab, if no pairing occurs, okay, it will be a high spin. However, if the pairing of electron occurs, it will be low spin. ये pairing अभी मैं समझा रहा हूँ. So are these things understood? Outer orbital is understood. Octahedral, I think, is understood. Hybridization is understood. Magnetic behavior, yes, I explained you. High spin complex, I explained you. Okay. So now I'll give you another complex. Now The thing is that now it's time you do it on your own. Let us do it on your own now. So your water was a weak ligand, eh? Remember, water was a weak ligand, eh? Your water was a weak ligand, okay? I'm going to rub all this. Now, instead of FeH2 whole 6, I'll give you Fe. Cn whole 6. Try negative. Okay, so take your sweet time. First, hexaamine cobalt ion. Okay, hexaamine cobalt ion. Chalo, discuss this. What is the oxidation state of cobalt? Chalo, pehle karo. Do it on your own first.
6.
6. Okay, the oxidation state, ammonia the neutral hai. So that makes oxidation number of cobalt plus 3. Okay, and the coordination number is equal to 6. What is the atomic number of cobalt? What is the atomic number of cobalt? 27. Yes, you need to remember this, right? नहीं तो फिर टाइम पूरा चला जाएगा यहाँ पर. Cobalt means 27. निकल आयरन के बाद में cobalt. So cobalt का 3d7, cobalt dipositive का 3d7. So cobalt tripositive का configuration it will be what? Dipositive का 3d7 है, तो tripositive का क्या होगा? It will be 3d6. It's going to be 3d6. Yes. So I'm rubbing this. Fine. So cobalt tripositive, it will be 3d6. Now I'm going to draw the boxes again. 5 d orbitals again. Now it is 3d6. Eh? It is 3d6. Now after 3d, what will I draw? After 3d, what will I draw? I'll draw 4s. After 4s, what will I draw? After 4s, 4p. After 4p, what will I draw? (4d) out here. Okay, so how many electrons are there in cobalt tripositive? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so electrons will first occupy the orbital singly, then pairing will occur. Now, what type of ligand is this ammonia? What type of ligand is this ammonia? चलो देख के बताओ. In presence of ammonia. Yes, ammonia is a strong or weak ligand? Strong ligand. Ammonia is a strong. What will happen in presence of strong ligand? Pairing. ये तो already paired है. Now 3 electrons cannot be accommodated. Eh? What does Paul is fundamental? These are the basic principles of chemistry. In an orbital, a maximum of 2 electrons can be accommodated, that also with opposite spin. Means if one electron has a spin of plus half, the other should have minus half. You can't pair again this electron out here. It's in violation to Pauli's fundamental principle violate हो रहा है. So how will the electron pairing occur? This electron will get paired up with this. This electron will get paired up with this. It's already paired. Okay, why is it getting paired? Due to the presence of strong ligand now. So let's देखते हैं after pairing what is the situation now? So they have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after pairing, बताओ तो, how does the situation looks like? How does the situation look like after pairing? देखो.
3 paired electrons.
Okay, very good. So this was already paired up. This is getting paired up with this. This is getting paired up with this. तो दो खाली है, दो खाली हो चुका है. So again this is 3D 6. ठीक है, ये 4S है, ये भी खाली है. 4P, हाँ ये भी बिल्कुल खाली है. तो yes, do you think we require 4D for hybridization? We require 6
No.
vacant orbital. 6 तो provided है, ये दो खाली हो चुका है. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now tell me, it will undergo what hybridization? What is the hybridization it will undergo?
D2 sp3.
Excellent. It will undergo D2 sp3 hybridization. D2 sp3 hybridization. Now let us quickly write down the characteristic feature. Chalo. Number 1, hybridization D2 sp3. Fine. Number 2, shape, geometry,
Octahedral.
octahedral. देखो कितना easy है. The best thing is that you don't need to memorize anything, right? Number 3, अच्छा, para ना dia now?
Dia.
Dia, अब भी आया dia क्योंकि all the electrons are paired up. कुछ भी unpaired electron नहीं बचा. Okay, so it is diamagnetic. Now high spin or low spin? Inner na outer orbital? बोलो, inner or outer orbital?
Inner orbital.
Inner orbital, inner d orbital से involved. So it's a inner orbital complex. Now it's a high spin or low spin?
Low spin.
Low spin. देखो spin तो सबका 0 हो रहा है. Pairing होने से spin तो घट रहा है. So it's a low spin complex. Okay, what is the magnetic moment? How many unpaired electrons are there?
0.
0.
What is the magnetic moment?
0.
0. Magnetic moment will be 0. As easy as this. Easy लग रहा है ना? You're finding it easy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is easy. Yes, it is very much easy. Okay, it's very much easy. Hey. देखो अब मजा आएगा. तुम लोग yes, you can solve everything on your. इसको हमें +2 कर दे रहा हूँ. हाँ, Ni NH3 whole 6 +2. So, I'm just rubbing this. I'm rubbing this. I'll rub this, huh? Chalo, do it on your own. Do it on your own. So we have 4D as well. Eh? So I don't know yet about this. Eh? मुझे कुछ मालूम ही नहीं इसका. Now you guys are going to help me. I need some help. I need some help. Eh? Okay, what is the oxidation number of nickel? What is the oxidation number of nickel? Huh? +2. +2 बोलो. अमोनिया तो 0 है. निकल का एटॉमिक नंबर, ये बात पता होना चाहिए. निकल का एटॉमिक नंबर 28.
28.
फिंगर टिप्स में होना चाहिए. सो निकल डाई पॉजिटिव का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 3D8. Coordination number 6. So we have nickel di positive out here. We have nickel di positive. Hey, 3D8. Hey. So how am I going to write down this 3D8? कैसे लिखोगे? 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन है. पहले सिंगली 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. Now, what type of ligand is this ammonia?
Strong ligand.
It is a strong ligand. It is a strong ligand, right? Okay, it is a strong ligand. So what will happen? What will happen?
Pairing of electrons.
Pairing of electron. अब देखो ये मुझे कितना empty d orbital लगेगा?
6.
अच्छा. What is the main purpose of pairing? Tell me, what is the main purpose of pairing? Pairing क्यों हो रहा है? What is the main purpose? क्यों हो रहा है pairing? To make available vacant
Empty
d
orbital.
orbitals, ना? अब देखो यहाँ पर देखो, even if I pair this electron with this, are two empty d orbitals created? Situation was this. Situation was this. Fine. ठीक है, तुम बोलोगे सर अमोनिया तो स्ट्रॉन्ग लिगेंड है, पेयरिंग होगा. चलो मैंने मान लिया, पेयरिंग कर दिया मैंने, पेयरिंग कर दिया. Even after pairing, do you think two vacant d orbitals are created? Is it created?
No.
No.
Sir.
No. So will this solve our purpose then? Pairing, will it solve our purpose? Will pairing make available vacant d orbital then?
No, sir.
No. So since even after pairing, no vacant d orbitals, no two vacant d orbitals are created. So yes, although it is a strong ligand, the electrons distribution will remain as it is. Right? So तुम लोग सोचोगे सर ये क्यों नहीं? अब ये पेयरिंग होने से 6 तो मैं ऐसा गिन सकता हूँ, 1 2 3 4 5 6. नो एस. सो ये क्या होगा? हाइब्रिडाइजेशन क्या होगा तुम्हारा? DSPD. नो, ये नहीं होगा. DSPD 1 2 3 4 5 6. So these 3d orbitals and 4d orbitals, they do not mix up, right? They cannot mix up. These 3d orbitals and 4d orbitals, they do not undergo hybridization due to energy difference. Large energy difference है दोनों के बीच में. Got it? So तुम लोग सोच रहे हैं सर ये क्यों नहीं हो सकता है? मुझे तो 6 ऑर्बिटल लगेगा. 6 तो मिल रहा है, 1 2 3 4 5 6. But remember, after vacant orbitals are created, they must mix, right? They undergo hybridization. But 3d and 4d, they do not undergo hybridization. Got it? So purpose is not solved. So this will remain as it is. So what is the hybridization this will undergo? Which hybridization will it undergo? चलो बताओ quickly.
sp3d2.
sp3d2. चलो अब लिख लो. अब लिख लो. sp3d2. Fine. Octahedral. I'm writing OH, huh? Octahedral. Inner and outer.
Outer.
Outer. Although strong ligand है, outer orbital complex form हो रहा है. Exceptional case है. Paranodia.
Para.
Para. How many unpaired electron?
2.
2. So what is the magnetic moment?
2.82.
2.82. 2.82. So what would you say? ये complex क्या है? High spin या low spin है?
Low
क्या
spin.
बोलोगे? देखो, पेयरिंग तो नहीं हो रहा है. जो था इलेक्ट्रॉन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वही है. यहाँ पर जो मैग्नेटिक मूवमेंट था यहाँ पर भी वही है. इट्स नॉट गेटिंग रिड्यूस्ड. पेयरिंग होने से लो स्पिन बनेगा, लेकिन यहाँ तो पेयरिंग हो ही नहीं रहा है. ओके, सो इट इज अ हाई स्पिन है. इट इज अ हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. इट इज अ ठीक है. नाउ आई थिंक यू आर इन अ कंडीशन टू डू इट ऑन योर ओन. यस, कर पाओगे आराम से ना? आराम से कर पाओगे. So last two, huh? Now I'll just change the coordination number. ये 6 का बहुत हो गया. I'll just change the coordination number. निकल के दे दूंगा. NiCN whole 4 dinegative. CN whole 4 dinegative. चलो पहले ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर निकालो. As it is, ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर क्या होगा? What is the oxidation number of nickel?
Cluster.
+2, 4 साइनाइड का -4, निकल का +2 होगा, so 3D80 होगा. What is the coordination number?
4.
4. So 3D80 होगा. I think it will be 3D8 ना. So यहाँ पर 3D6, I forgot to rub this 6, it will be 3D8. So 3D80 होगा. Now in presence of cyanide, how now coordination number 4 means how many hybrid orbitals are required? How many vacant orbitals are required?
4.
4. Now cyanide is a strong ligand. Now if pairing occurs, this will get paired up with this. Now what are the 4 vacant orbitals available now? What are the 4 vacant orbitals available? देखो ऑक्टाहेड्रल में D2 होना चाहिए, 2D लगेगा इसका आगे वाला एग्जांपल में. सो पेयरिंग नहीं हो रहा था, लेकिन यहाँ पर द डिफरेंस इज दैट द कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर इज 4. द कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर इज 4. So 4 orbitals are required. What are the 4 orbitals which will mix up now? What are the 4 orbitals which will involve in hybridization? कौन सा 4 orbitals होगा? D 1 2 3 4. So what is the hybridization? Yes, we have done this. What is the
DSP2.
hybridization? DSP2. 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 ठीक है? So it will undergo DSP2 hybridization. चलो. DSP2, what are the characteristic features then? DSP2 होने से ज्योमेट्री क्या होगा?
Square planar.
Very good. देखो square planar. Now we will not say inner or outer orbital, right? क्योंकि कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर 4 होने से either sp3 होगा. sp3 होने से तो d ऑर्बिटल इन्वॉल्व है ही नहीं, और dsp2 मतलब हमेशा अंदर का d ऑर्बिटल ही इन्वॉल्व होगा. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा, मतलब p3d नहीं होगा. 4 ऑर्बिटल लगेगा तो इट वोंट बी लाइक दिस. p3d नहीं होगा. सो यहाँ पर इनर ऑर्बिटल का कुछ इश्यूज ही नहीं है. ओके, कुछ इनर ऑर्बिटल हम लोग कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर 4 में बोलेंगे नहीं. स्क्वायर प्लानर, पैरानाडाया, पैरानाडाया, डाया, वेरी गुड. Diamagnetic, magnetic moment
0.
0, एक भी अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है. मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट 0. हाई स्पिन और लो स्पिन?
No spin.
लो स्पिन सब तो पेड अप हो रहा है इसका. लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स देखो बस, इट्स अ लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. सो निकल tetracyanonickelate is a low spin complex. So why is it a low spin complex? Because the presence of cyanide causes pairing up of electron, okay, leading to diamagnetism, no unpaired electron, so it is a low spin complex. Now just if I change the ligand out here, if I change the ligand, चलो लास्ट वन, ligand चेंज कर लिया मैंने, NiCl4 डाई नेगेटिव. ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर ऑफ निकल
+2.
चलो लिख लो, NiCl4 डाई नेगेटिव बना लो. निकल डाई पॉजिटिव ही होगा आई थिंक ना. निकल डाई पॉजिटिव ही तो होगा ना.
Yes, sir.
3D8. कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर फिर से 4. कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर 4. Okay, now tell me what type of ligand is this chloride? What
Weak.
type of ligand is this chloride?
Weak.
Yes, weak. तो पेयरिंग होगा, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयरिंग होगा. Will it cause pairing?
sir.
ऐसा पेयरिंग होगा? No, it will not cause pairing. तो पेयरिंग होगा ही नहीं. So 4 ऑर्बिटल कौन कौन सा इन्वॉल्व है हाइब्रिडाइजेशन में? Which 4 orbitals are involved?
sp3.
sp3. What is the hybridization then? What is the hybridization? sp3. The hybridization is now sp3. चलो फीचर्स लिख लो. sp3 होने से what is the geometry?
Tetrahedral.
Tetrahedral. Very good. The geometry is now tetrahedral. Geometry is tetrahedral. Inner orbital तो लिखेंगे नहीं. Paranadaya.
Para.
Para, दो unpaired electron है, so it's paramagnetic. Okay, the mu is equal to n plus 2. The value of n is 2. दो unpaired electron, n मतलब number of unpaired electron है. So 2 plus 2 4, 4 to z root over 8 is 2.83. ना ऐसा ही होगा 2.83. बोर मैग्नेटन. लो स्पिन ना हाई स्पिन?
I spin.
हाई स्पिन मतलब पेयरिंग नहीं हो रहा है. We can say it's a high spin complex. But we can easily predict. We can easily predict. So yes, we have done ample of examples. We have done lots and lots of examples. In fact, we have solved everything which had come in the previous year. Okay, we have solved most of the things which have come in the previous year. Now, last to wind up this class, I'm not going to do anything now. You just do this on your own. Nickel tetracarbonyl, NiCO whole 4. So don't log out, ये करके जाना क्योंकि ये again exceptional case है. चलो NiCO whole 4, nickel tetracarbonyl. बोला, what is the oxidation state of nickel? हाँ? जोर से बोलो. Yes, I heard. What did he say? कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड तो न्यूट्रल लिगेंड है.
0.
Zero, yes. बोला ना जोर से. Be confident. Zero, yes, it's zero. It's zero. What is the electronic configuration then? 28 atomic number. What is the electronic configuration? 3d8 nickel atom है. It's not an ion है. 3d8 4s2 है. Remember nickel dipositive का 3d8 था. ये दो इलेक्ट्रॉन रिमूव होने के बाद, लेकिन ये तो निकल एटम है, दो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रिमूव नहीं हुआ है. सो इट इज 3d8 4s2. It's 3d8 4s2. 3d8 4s2. ठीक है. Nickel. Now, what type of ligand is this carbon monoxide?
Strong.
It's the strongest ligand. सबसे आगे आ रहा है. देखो तो पोजीशन. सबसे आगे है इसका पोजीशन.
Yes.
In presence of very strong, I'll write in presence of very strong CO ligand. Now, what will this strong ligand do is, it's so strong that this ligand is so strong that it will force this 4s electron to pair up with this 3d. यहाँ पर जो दो इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन इसके साथ पेयर अप होगा और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन इसके साथ पेयर अप होगा. It will cause pairing with your 3d electrons. It's such a strong ligand that it will cause pairing with this electrons. Okay, now so I'll just show it out here. This electrons now gets paired up. Now after pairing, ये दो इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर अप हो रहा है. ठीक है ना. So मतलब ये 3d इलेक्ट्रॉन और 4s इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर अप हो रहा है, ये 3d इलेक्ट्रॉन और 4s इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर अप हो रहा है, मतलब ये खाली हो रहा है. ठीक है. Now coordination number was again equal to 4. Coordination number तो 4 ही था इसका. Coordination number was 4. What is the hybridization it will undergo then? ये exceptional case है. 4s electron are getting sp3. 4s electrons are now forced to get paired up with this 3d. So it will undergo sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. ठीक है, अब कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स बोलो, यस, वन बाय वन टेल मी. sp3, then tetrahedral, लो स्पिन ना अच्छा डायमैग्नेटिक, सब पेड़ पर है. डाया मैग्नेटिक मतलब कोई भी अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन है, इनका वैल्यू 0 है, सो मैग्नेटिक मूवमेंट विल बी 0. हाई स्पिन और लो स्पिन,
No spin.
लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. बस देखो तो आईएससी स्टूडेंट ये आया होगा इस साल. बस जस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन हम लोग को याद कर लेना. ओके, सो आई बिलीव आई एम